And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Anthony. Teague out there with Marion. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Porzingis in the 4 spot. So the wing on the left. Cousins, no one around him. That's good from 17 feet away.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. But Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Right block shot. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And the Knicks with possession. Pass to Anthony. Here's Porzingis. Fareed defending. 6 to shoot. Gasol. Shot is no good. Nice D from Cousins.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And here's the fast break. Marion leading the way.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And Cousins kicks to Evans. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Here's Porzingis. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one misses.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
And Beverly kicks to Evans. The feed to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard dishes to Cousins. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Screen by Fareed. Beverly the pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got his first points of the night.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Teague kicks to Gasol. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, you know, he just appears to lack an edge at times in his game. I mean, he can be too passive and reluctant on the court. And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. That 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league. And Marc Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do.
That's
what we do here.
Whew.
Info and entertainment.
Oh. The Kings trail by 4. Evans attacking. Here's Cousins.
It's almost as if he's allergic to layups. I mean, this guy has got to throw it down at every opportunity.
You know his teammates love seeing him explode to the rim like that.
They most certainly do, guys. That gets everybody up off the bench, too.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Leonard. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Here's Teague. It's a 5-point game. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Teague kicks to Brewer. Now the pass to Porzingis. New York moving it around. Jacks up a 3. The shot by Anthony, no good.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Leonard, no luck.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep, though.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
The Kings trailed by 7.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more.
Here's Brewer. Makes it off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Evans. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now. That's a pretty sizable contribution.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Here's Teague. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Anthony's shot is off.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Teague against Beverly. Here's Porzingis. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Cousins. Winslow comes in for Leonard. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Nurkic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Checked in for the Knicks. The Knicks leading by 4. Feeds to Gasol. Ball's knocked loose. Nurkic with the steal. Evans kicks to Nurkic. And that one is hammered home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Carter-Williams, following the basket by Marc Gasol. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And Jusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally, Kevin, drafted by the Bulls at number 16, then traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet, 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
And the Knicks making a change here. Varejão's checked in. Carter-Williams against Teague. The 10-footer hits the front of the rim and out.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia, according to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year. Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there, boy.
Sacramento with the ball. After New York gets the three. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
It's stolen by T.
With the number of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
Yeah, it's still early, but they just need to be a little bit more disciplined at that end of the floor.
And it's Evans missing.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
New York moving it around. Here's Anthony. Kenneth Faried pulls it in.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Here's T. After the Kings pick up 2. Verajao setting the pick for Gallinari. Off the pick. Verajao's shot is good. Verajao's got his first 2 points of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
The Kings trail by 3. Evans kicks to Carter Williams. Dishes to Nurkic. Evans with it. Now Anthony defending. Pass to Winslow. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by T. Here's Gallinari. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Faried a screen on Teague. Carter Williams dishes to Nurkic. It's deflected. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Knicks lead by 5. And back in a moment. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Nene is out there with Anderson Varejao. Then it's Corey Brewer. Then there's Calderon. And it's Gallinari in at the 3. Beverly against Gallinari. Back to Beverly. Gallinari with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. There's the dish to Nene. Varejao passes to Brewer. And that one's good. Brewers got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Knicks. The Kings trail by 7. Outside Gordon. For 3. It's rebounded by New York.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Calderon kicks to Gallinari. He dishes it to Nene. He feeds it to Calderon. Clock at 6. Brewer, the pass to Calderon. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Well, Quinn dishes to Leonard. Puts it up. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Suns. Varejao setting the pick for Calderon. Kicks to Varejao. Gallinari wide open. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Gallinari did get better and better over time. I mean, he improved. He started to get back to his former self near the end of the season.
Yeah, had that huge 47-point explosion towards the end of last season. And listen, he's still a young guy and hopefully can continue to build after his injury woes.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Outside Gordon. Takes the three. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The Kings trail by 11. He kicks it to Cousins. Gordon the pass to Cousins. To end the drought. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene.
Still Kings ball.
Here's Cousins. He's got 6. Just 5 to shoot. Count that one. Cousins has got 8 points.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Calderon kicks to Brewer. Picked by Varejao. For 3, Calderon. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Excellent timing on that tip in. That's something that makes him so good. I mean, just great timing in the air around the basket. A gift.
Passes to Brewer. There's the feed to Varejao. Right wing. Here's Nene. Second shot opportunity. And it's laid up and in by Varejao. Varejao's got 4 points in the quarter.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And Cousins gets it to go.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Beverly against Calderon. Over to the wing. From 12 feet out. And it's Gallinari missing. The Kings trail by 7. Here's Gordon. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Gallinari.
Make some noise. Let's hear it for your Sacramento Kings dance team.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Knicks leading by 5. And here's Calderon. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Anthony. Feeds to Varejao. Some nice passing by New York here. Picked by Varejao. Up off the screen. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And Corey Brewer, guys, out of Florida. Remember, won those 2 national championships, teaming up with Joakim Noah and Al Horford. Terrific quickness, and that rangy frame makes him a disruptive defender. Great versatility as well on that end of the floor.
Screen by Cousins. All alone. Good. He hits the jump shot. Cousins has got 6 points in the quarter.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Anthony against Leonard. Calderon, that's for 2. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's Sacramento, trailing by 5. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And the pass to Calderon. Nene with the screen on Beverly. Calderon dishes to Nene. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Fareed's checked in for Sacramento. Evans comes in for Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. Anthony's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Beverly. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Screen by Cousins. Evans goes in. Rebound by Nene.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Calderon passes to Nene. Varejao against Fareed. Varejao can't hit.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans. Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. One thing about Corey Brewer, he's a defensive specialist, has a combination of size and quickness that's real hard to score against. Equally good at defending in the half court or transition.
Going back to Corey Brewer, he also has a 6th sense of sniffing out steal opportunities. Very quick hands. He's averaged 1.5 steals a game over his career.
And Kevin, Corey's one of those guys that's always going to give that effort offensively and find ways to contribute there. But more importantly, he's going to give you results on the defensive side of the ball.
He has an amazing motor. It never shuts down. Evans outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So for the Knicks, Gasol comes in for Anderson Varejao. And it's Marion in for Corey Brewer. New York leading by 11. Calderon kicks to Anthony. Takes a shot at the elbow. And he hits the jump shot. Anthony's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Dishes it to Winslow. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Calderon against Carter Williams. Here's Calderon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 3. Nene. Some solid defense from Fareed. Evans attacking. And the foul called on Sean Marion. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Knicks. Screen by Fareed. Jumper off the screen. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Tyreke Evans. Teague dishes to Marion. Nene outside. Back to Marion. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area. With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time. Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter-Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
Taking 2 shots.
On the subject of Michael Carter-Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing he can't seem to lock down is his shooting stroke.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field. You expect more out of him at this stage. But remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well.
The Kings trail by 9. Down low. Marion with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Picked him clean. To the paint. Tipped away. It's stolen by Carter-Williams. And the dunk by Winslow.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Marion passes to Carmelo. Knocked away. Stolen by Fareed. Evans attacking. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Anthony kicks to Gasol. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That one misses for Gasol. And now Sacramento on the break. Winslow's running. And that one's good. Winslow's got 7.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helps him make it happen.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
outside Teague. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And
All right, Sacramento, please welcome
the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
your Sacramento Kings.
You look at DeMarcus Cousins, what a contribution.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Cousins playing well. He has 12 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kenneth Faried. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Evans in the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Cousins. It's deflected. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. The Kings have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Marion outside. Launches it. Cannot hit. And the Kings going the other way now. And Beverley kicks to Faried. Here's the 3. And it's Beverley missing. New York leading by 7. Pass to Porzingis. Teague against Beverley. Here's the screen. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. The dish to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And they start the second half with 3 straight misses. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Leonard kicks to Evans. Faried setting the pick for Evans. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Beverley.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Anthony, the pass to Teague. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Leonard with no one around. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Teague, the pass to Porzingis. Marion dishes to Teague. Back to Marion. He feeds it to Gasol. Tries it from the top of the key. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And the Kings making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Screen by Cousins. And Beverley kicks to Cousins. It's stolen by Anthony. Oh! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Now Cousins. 14 points for him. Low block shot. Good on the jump shot. Cousins has got 4 this quarter. The Knicks leading by 5. For DeMarcus Cousins, his numbers have been flat out phenomenal. I mean, just incredible. Sometimes hidden by the lack of what's around him in Sacramento, especially, Greg, when you compare last year's stats with other centers in the NBA.
Yeah, he's averaged nearly 5 points more per game than the next center. Top 3 in rebounding for all centers. This guy is the complete package down low.
Kings have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And Beverly kicks to O'Quinn. Leonard on the wing. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Anthony with it. 7 points in the game. Here's Teague. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
The Knicks with the lead. Outside Anthony. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Knicks. Hooler comes in for Sean Marion. The Kings trail by 10. And here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. They set the pick. A 3 from Leonard. And that one's good. Leonard's got 8.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Beverly wide open.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Teague kicks to Anthony. And the rejection by Cousins. Outside Gordon. Here's Beverly. His three-pointers off the mark.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Teague, the pass to Carmelo. From deep. They get it back. Teague dishes the Bergeron. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
Just absolute domination in this one for Bergeron. He has 8 points and a block. Don't underestimate how important he's been.
And this is what we see when we talk about potential. He's tapped into it today, guys.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Cousins. And it's Carter Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Carter Williams. And the layup falls. Carter Williams has got his third basket of the night right there.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Carter Williams against Teague. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Nice work there coming off the screen. Anthony's got 9 points.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
It's tipped. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Carter Williams off the left rim and out. The Knicks leading by 9. Outside Teague. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Winslow's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
Justice Winslow. Sacramento calls timeout.
Timeout called by the Kings.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
She's checked in for Sacramento. Leonard comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Here's Gallinari. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
It's been a solid outing for Gallinari. He has 9 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Carter Williams against Teague. Antic can't get it to go.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know,
down to 5 on the shot clock. Antic can't get it to go.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. And all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Gallinari, a screen on Carter Williams. Out to the right wing. Here's Gallinari. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Gallinari's got the lead up to 13 now for New York. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. On the wing, Brewer wants to get it to Varejao and does. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Leonard kicks to Antic. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Anthony's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Winslow. Gallinari in the corner. The shot will not go. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Kings trail by 11. Carter Williams kicks to Antic. Poked loose. It's stolen by Anthony. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
New York calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Dance Team.
Sacramento making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Nene comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Calderon in for T. Pick by Varejao. And Brewer kicks to Nene. It's intercepted. To the middle. But on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Winslow. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Nene, the screen. Kicks it to Gallinari. Takes a 3. And it's slammed in by Varejao.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Carter Williams. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Nene's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Calderon passes to Nene. .35 seconds left to play in the third.
Kings foul.
And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, it came into the league just a tremendously raw talent, really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
The Knicks leading by 15. Calderon dishes to Gallinari. Nene at the elbow. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Carter Williams kicks to Cousins. Got it up. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Knicks lead by 17. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. But we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Evans. And New York looking at who they've got. Calderon is out there with Corey Brewer. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Nene. And it's Varejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
That's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a Career low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
He kicks it to Nene. Back to Calderon. Shoots the three, and that one's good. Calderon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Screen by Nurkic. Will it go? Sacramento again missing.
And getting back to Jose Calderon, he's been an extremely efficient shooter for a point guard, 48% from the field throughout his career. But last season, he couldn't hit it at all. I mean, he dropped down to 41%.
There's the feed to Brewer. Verjao with a screen on Leonard. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Hits the front of the rim and out. Right block shot. Again, Leonard missing.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And, on the topic of Jose Calderon, his game is predicated on getting others involved. Last season, he had Carmelo Anthony to throw it to, and really pretty much no one else. So defenders could key on him a little more, causing him, I thought, to become just a little less efficient.
And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676. Almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. And New York with a change here, too. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Anderson Verjao. McAdoo, the pass to Winslow. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. And Stockton, here we go. They need this one. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Stockton outside. Outside Gordon. Right wing. And McAdoo kicks to Stockton. Pass to Gordon. Gallinari with the steal. Lets it go from 11. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Gallinari's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. In the corner, it's Gordon. Brewer with the steal. Robinson with it. Picked up by Stockton. Feeds to Gallinari. To the middle. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Young's checked in for Brewer. The Kings have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. To halt the run. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Robinson kicks to Nene. Pass to Hollins. Poked away. Outside Gordon. The pass to McAdoo.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Now, here is Robinson. Dishes it to Hollins. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Shot's good from Young.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Stockton kicks to Antic. The three-pointer no good. New York with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. So here's Gallinari. Pass to Young. The dish to Robinson. Shot, high post. And there's a whistle. That goes on Ryan Hollins. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Now Stockton. Inside. McAdoo. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Nene, the screen. Robinson drives in. He dishes it to Hollins. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Here's Gordon. Antic kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Winslow dishes to Antic. And that's going to be a travel.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
Sean Marion, he's checked in for the Knicks. Robinson with it.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Robinson drives in. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny them.
A great point, Kevin. And with something new like that, there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers and your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check.
He feeds it to Young. Kicks it to Hollins. Down low. Young, right side. And that one goes long. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. There's Winslow. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. .11 points here for Justice Winslow.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
New York calls timeout. As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. For twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph, and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Marc Gasol's checked in for New York. Porzingis comes in for Gallinari. Kings have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. There's the screen. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got his third rebound on the night. Gasol a screen. And Young kicks to Robinson. The feed to Marion. Here's the three. Cannot hit. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Gordon. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gordon's got 5 points in the quarter.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Robinson kicks to Young. The wing jumper off target.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
Robinson drives in to the inside. Gasol. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game. Three-pointers, Stockton. That's good.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
The Knicks leading by 17. .144 left in the fourth quarter. Robinson kicks to Young. That's tipped. Robinson again. Stockton. Passes it to McAdoo. For 3, Gordon. Another 3 for Sacramento.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
They set the screen. Robinson passes to Porzingis. Out to Marion. Pass to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Knicks.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Yeah, absolutely a big plus. And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be the difference maker in a game.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Anthony. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Young's shot is off.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And here is Robinson. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, any time.